This is real scary. Let me bring up my evidence just so you can feel bad, fucker. Hey, life is interesting. What that nigga feel like? What that nigga feel like? Story not posted. Bro, are you a bitch? Are you a gal? Bro, these niggas is scary, bro. Okay, enough of that. Don't violate me. Don't violate me. You can't violate me because I look better than you. And you can't dress. So you already lost. I'm taller than you. I'm 6'5". Are you 6 foot? You're losing the fight. I need my props, bro. I need my props. And I'm just telling y'all niggas, like, y'all need to put some respect on my name as far as when it comes to roasting and being funny. Cause y'all be feeling like I be wilding, but I really wilded out yesterday. And that was 60% of my potential. Anyways, let's send a prayer up. Let's send a prayer up for that man, because I know he's getting violated in a lot of group chats right now, and that's beautiful. I hope that. Let me have a serious conversation with you, bro, because I know you're actually watching this. Respectfully, bro, if you just roasted me and you roasted me regularly, or you could have been like, this nigga look mad dumb, you look mad. I don't know what you could have said, but if you could have roasted me, you did not have to call me no bitch ass nigga or to my pussy ass hole. Like, bro, that's the problem with y'all slow ass niggas who can't even articulate yourselves. But you can roast somebody without disrespecting them and trying to disrespect their character, and that's why I violated you, and that's why you can't say anything. And that's why you didn't even respond to me. Because you know if you respond to me with your 8 million followers, you know I'm funnier than you. So everybody's going to look at my video and they're going to be weak more than your comments. You're slow. You're illiterate. And that's why I beat you. Now that I vented and I stroked my own ego, I appreciate everybody that's in this live. Let me just give you guys one more rundown. For the people for the sub-only stream, gang, I can't even promise y'all the stream. I can't even promise y'all the stream. These niggas talking about 150 a year for a Zoom class. Gang, my money did not come in yet. Word to my dead. Y'all know Twitch niggas get their money on the 21st. I'm still broke. I blew up last month. So let's wait till the 21st before we have an event. Thank you, I'm being vulnerable. I'm pretty sure you guys will understand. 150? 150? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just gotta be honest with y'all. But I will stream to 1:30 today to make up for something. As far I cannot have a sub only stream and then I'm only having 30 or 40 subs. I did not expect to have so much subs. I just blew up in a month. In a Discord call, I could only have 100 heads. See what I'm saying? Y'all like 150 is crazy. Do you see a chain on my neck? Do you see a hairline on my face? I'm still poor. So please relax. 150 is crazy. Thank you for understanding. 150 is mad shiesty, bro. So y'all have to wait till the 21st before I do something, because 21st I'm gonna see a blessing. I'm gonna see a light. I'm just gonna find a realtor. Right now I feel like I live in the Bronx. Do y'all hear the music playing? OJ, can we see the rest of the slideshow? No, I finished that nigga's life. When I roasted you, nigga. What your name? What your name again? Zay2 Bendy. What your name? Zay2 Bendy. Yeah, I don't think it's wavy. I think it's bendy. But when I roasted you, I did not say anything personal. I have personal roast of you. So don't even roast me back. Because if you roast me back, nigga, you sucked my dick. I did not know you. You started with me first. So if you roast me back, I'm gonna violate you. You're mad ugly, bro. What else? Like, bro, these niggas is losers, bro. How the fuck I roasted you? You can't even roast back. And you claim to be so funny. How the fuck do these niggas have 7 million followers and they're not real life funny? And that shit used to get me so angry, bro. It used to get me so angry, bro. These niggas are not funny. Who the fuck is laughing? It has to just be like bare slow niggas. Oh. Kai reacted to you. What did Kai say? Kai don't want the roast. Kai not beat me in a roast session, bro. Stop the cap, bro. Stop the cap, bro. Stop the cap, bro. Kai not beating me in a roast, bro. Stop the cap, bro. Stop the cap, bro. Anyways, this is what we're doing right now. I promised you guys a love talk, and I promised you guys a serious talk. For the people that come for me to be comedic and humorous 24/7, get off the life. I'm not your comedic slave. I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna I'm not going to be here joking 24/7. I do have very interesting perspectives to bring up. I have a lot of conspiracy theories I want to talk about. So I have a special guest with me today, Mr. King Mufasa. Let me just bring up his things. For y'all that watch me, don't ever feel like I'm going to be a nigga that's just on here. Like, don't ever feel like I'm going to be a nigga. Okay, my body look bendable. Let me stop. My body look bendable. Let me stop. My boy right here. My boy right here. Hold on. This should be good now. Yeah. Okay, so my boy, Mr. King Mufasa, yeah, probably for the people who had TikTok, OG TikTok quarantine days, you know he's very enlightened, and I'm not a person that could just have dumb conversations and just roast 24/7. So all the people who want to roast, just get the fuck out. All the people who wanna have intelligent conversations and really just get all the conspiracy theories you wanted to hear about, he's extremely informed, and I'm so happy to have my guest here. So let's get right into the fucking stream. Hello. Yes. You see, bro, I'm having great guests, bro. I'm not having no niggas that's corny just because of numbers and No, nigga, I'm having real talks. This is a FaceTime. This is a private FaceTime, nigga. So let's get into tune, nigga. All right, let me remove my hood and let me just leave etiquette. Docs E. Okay, I think we should be good now. Let's go.
But I know it's terrible, bro. That's the only person we got that's not like doing it for himself. Like Kyrie is going against the grain fully. He doesn't. Like he's going straight off the wall. And
he even lost his, he even lost his shoes with Nike.
Yes.
Kyrie, yeah.
I mean, Kanye lost the whole Adidas. That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they all lose something. If you look at them, they all lose something. Like Andrew Tate lost his platforms. Kanye lost his Yeezys, Balenciaga deal, all that is. And then what? Kyrie lost. I mean, he's not even playing in the NBA right now. He's a part of the NBA, but he's suspended. He can't really play for 5 games. That's a big deal for a player like that, because he's really good. So it's like him being excused for 5 games. Who knows that like the route that it's gonna take the team in? You know what I mean? So in a sense, it's like you gotta. It's a bigger picture too, but you're 100% correct. Delivery matters. But yeah.
Wait, Ojay.
Definitely matters.
I'm live. I'm being very respectful right now, so I have to wait for the conversation to be over. Mr. King Mufasa,
what's going on?
Just introduce yourself real quick. Let's get right into it.
Alright. What's going on? My name is Mufasa. If you may or may not know, I have an account on TikTok that goes by Who's Mufasa, where I post a lot of controversial videos of things going on nowadays, in the past, whatnot, to help people, to wake people up, to kind of give people an insight on what's going on in the world, behind the media, behind the news, behind things that you're not going to really, get full information on. But yeah, that's basically what I do. Been doing it for plus 2 years now.
I appreciate you for
coming. Appreciate you for having me on, though. Appreciate you, Jay.
I appreciate you for coming on the stream, brother. I want to get into the more like generic questions first, for the people who are very, just want the generic answers. I want to get your opinion about the whole Michael Jackson situation.
So, his, how he died and what he did before his death and all that.
Yeah, like even like everybody talking about him with kids and that whole situation.
Yeah. So essentially, I kind of talked about this a little bit, touched about it in the video, but he released a song not too long before he passed. It was called Beat It. And in the song Beat It, what he would do is he discussed what he's going through. A lot of the lyrics pertain to his life. You got to show me you really don't care. You're playing with your life. This ain't no truth or dare. Just beat it. So in a sense, what he was doing was he was spreading a lot of truth and a lot of information that people needed to hear. But him being the high status role that he is, he can't really do that. He has to go with what his label says. But he was going against the grain. He wasn't really following with what his label was telling him to do. He would go and sit in front of people and tell them how history's fake, what they're doing to kids, how we got to save the kids, how we got to take care of people. So the labels and the media being who they are, when they know you're going against the grain, they have to do something to control you, to keep you underlined. So with him, they took his name and they kind of played with it. You know, they misconstrued his name. They said he did this, and that with kids. He's this type of person. He's a bad person. He bleached his skin. He doesn't want to be this. He doesn't want to be black. All because he went against the grain. So what that did was that created a bad image for him. So now people aren't really gonna, whatever he says, they're not gonna want to hear what he has to say, because they're gonna assume he's not a person worthy of speaking about anything, because the type of person he is, he has a bad character. And unfortunately, after he passed is whenever people really started to realize that he was supposed to be more good than harm. And a lot of people nowadays are now finding out that he never really did anything with kids. All those cases were dropped. Nothing really was against him. But unfortunately, it was too late. And even with his death, it still remains a mystery on exactly how he died. They say that it was his doctor that, overdosed him. But it's a lot of things around that, a lot of things surrounding that. He was a healthy person. We could see how he would perform on stage. We could see the type of stuff that he was doing. It's very different that he would just go out so quick like that after doing what he did. It's very similar to Prince, JFK, all these other people, that kind of go out for speaking the truth, speaking their mind. You know what I mean?
Yes. Can you enlighten me? I didn't even write this question down. Can you enlighten me on what you think about the whole Tory and Meg situation? Do you think that really went down? Do you or like even just like the whole industry behind them?
So like Drake, I don't know if you guys heard the song, but like Drake and 21 said on the latest album, Her Loss, when Drake said she lied about getting shot, but she's still a stallion. I think at this point we can all agree, or I think a majority of people can agree that what happened with the situation was completely falsified so that they can ruin his image, which unfortunately they didn't ruin his image as people know it was a lie, but they definitely did kill his career, and he's not the person that he used to be because of that situation. And it's kind of similar to Tory Lanez, because I don't know if you guys know, but Tory Lanez put up a post not too long before he was accused of shooting her. He put up a post and he said Warner Records, or he said Atlanta Records, I'm not sure which one. He said, you guys are doing me wrong. You guys are giving me a bad deal, bad label. I'm going to come out on IG Live and expose everything. I'm going to tell everyone everything. I don't care anymore. And then someone in the comments said, be careful. If you do this, it can come with a lot of repercussions. And then he goes, I don't care. I'd rather die for God than die for the devil. So once he said that, that's whenever people knew that there was something that was very important that he had to get out to the people. And coincidentally, and I'm not sure if that post is still up, if you guys can go, if it's able to be found, if anyone is curious to go look for it. It might be still up, it might not be, I don't know. But as soon as he said that, everybody kind of like a light bulb went off in everyone's head. They're like, okay, now we got to actually hear what he has to say. We're tuned in. We want to see this live. Coincidentally, not too long after he says this, he gets accused of shooting her in the foot.
That shit is cat, bro. I heard mad like behind the scenes stories. Feel me, bro? I know mad Atlanta bitches that move treachy. So from my perspective, what I've heard from two girls was that they was in the car. I heard that Tory and Meg was in the car, and it was some argument, and they was playing around like. But Tory always has a gun on him, so I don't know why on this day Tory would decide to shoot some woman. Mm-hmm. And she was playing around. Now that's what happens when you're kind of short. You can't even defend yourself. You can't.
Oh, bro, chill out, Michael. It's not that deep.
So, Lord, let me compose. Could I? Percy, can I even say that? What? Okay, I don't know if I could. Well, God to the higher up. So, and then I heard that they was playing. No, not playing around. I heard that like Meg was trying to take his gun. And then like he was and then she took the gun and she shot herself, and then she had to blame it on him. But I never believed the situation from the first place, because Tory always had a licensed firearm. So why on this day would he shoot a girl when he's
why in general? Yeah, even if it wasn't like, why in general would he ever choose to do that? Him being the person he was with the status he has, and the person he's not like a regular street head. He's like more of a wiser person, wiser artist. So he knows what the repercussions that would come with it. So that in itself was what people looked at. But now, the proof is in the pudding. Medical doctors came forward and said, that you can look this up. they would never tell you this because they don't want you to know the truth. But if you go look it up, medical doctors that examined her and examined her foot said that she stepped on a piece of glass that night, and in the video that they released of him shooting her was essentially just blood coming out of her because she stepped on the glass in a situation that she had with people, and as she's walking back to the car, she's leaving trails of blood from behind her foot, and then they took that video, they released it, and that's how they framed him as the person that shot her.
And that's crazy.
So
What do you
all
say
in all,
about? Wait, can I ask a question? So, what do you say about when like the text messages of him saying sorry and all that other kind of stuff? Because Meg seems very confident in her innocence. Yeah, basically, because when it first came out, Tory didn't say anything, which I know is not an admission of guilt. That's not what I'm saying. But at the same time, he didn't say, like, when it came to it, he only really started to say he was innocent when other rappers and stuff said he was innocent. But Meg throughout the whole time has maintained that it was his fault. So, like, what do you say about the text messages of him begging her and saying sorry and stuff like that? Because I don't really understand that. Because for me, because of that whole situation, I just kind of like, when the papers are released and the court, does their thing, then I'll really understand what happened. Because I don't think anybody really knows what happened.
So, like, in a sense, I mean, with the whole text messages thing, he just basically came forward and said that he was just apologizing to her and begging her because he cheated on her. And he said that he did it multiple times on multiple occasions. So that was just him, doing his regular apology with her. I don't think anywhere in the messages that and it's been a while since I've seen these, but I don't think anywhere in the messages that she released, did he say, I apologize, like, I'll never shoot you again or some shit like that. But in a sense, I think it's just like he was basically, trying to ask for forgiveness for him doing stuff with other females or whatever. But again, like what you said, that's true. Like, he never came forward and said, "Yo, she's lying" or whatever. But in his head, essentially, he probably just believed, "Yo, maybe people are gonna understand that she's sounding crazy, and I would never actually do something like this. And this is not anything I would have to address, especially whenever you have a lot of people below you, like they're trying to make accusations about you. A lot of these creators or whatever, they don't really address it unless it gets to a point where now you gotta address it because that's the only thing people are talking about." That's kind of what happened with Tory. He's like, okay, people really buying this shit. I have to say something. I have to really, put my word out there to let people know this is bullshit. It's not really something that happened. But I think that's kind of the case with that.
I know I want to change topics because I didn't even ask you this off stream. I want to hear your perceptions on religion. Like, are you religious? Do you feel like... I remember I already shared the perspective of how I feel like religion is more to keep people sane. Or at least the good deemed religions. But I'd like to hear your perspective as well.
Yeah, so, I mean, alhamdulillah, yeah, I am Muslim. And I have a faith. I have a faith in God, and I have, faith in the messenger, Prophet Muhammad, and all that. And I do believe that it's very important that you have to have some sort of faith in the world and the universe that you're living in. Because if you just, a lot of people, when this happened with a lot of people I know personally in the past, they'll come forward and say, how do we know this is true? How do we know this is real? How do we know who actually made what? How do we know that any of this is like, if there was really a God, then why is there so much evil happening and all that extra stuff? And in a nutshell, they just find themselves at the end trapped mentally. Like, they're trapped mentally because they really don't understand where they really took themselves. They don't know where to go now. They don't see a purpose in anything. They don't really see a purpose in living because they say, okay, so what's the point of me doing this and that and believing in this if I'm not gonna get anything out of it? You know what I mean? And that's how a lot of people really off themselves and, commit things to themselves because they don't have a purpose. So I think with religion, when practiced correctly and practiced in a good way, I think that it can bring a sense of purpose to one's mind, and it can help someone realize that they're here for a reason. They have a creator. They have someone that created everything, and it's like it goes to say like, I'm not sure what you guys believe in, but if you can't really say out like these things were created. What the cell phone, the couch, the TV, all this stuff was created by man. But when it comes to trees and oxygen and grass and all this other stuff, you can't say that it just out of nowhere it appeared. And with humans, with our logic, it stops. It's limited. Our logic is limited. It gets to a point where we can't really think ahead. We can't be like, oh, so if God made this and who made God and all these other questions, we can't think that deep because we're humans. It's just like an animal. An animal can only think so much. An animal can only like assume so much. They only know so much. we're also to that point where we know more than an animal, but we also don't know more than what's above us. So that's why we keep ourselves below that equation. But yeah, no, I'm a religious person. I don't want to go in a nutshell. But,
What's your perception on the afterlife?
so, I was gonna ask, are you Christian?
Bro, I don't know what I am. I don't know. I feel like I can say a little bit about me. Like, I don't know what position I'm in. I feel like I'm always at a term where, like, I'm questioning my religion. And, you know, I grew up in a Baptist home. But it's just like, I just tell you what I said before on stream. Like, I was having a conversation with my I had some pastor. And this nigga used to be Crip, bro. My school was just mad ghetto. No funds. So, I was talking to him and then we were talking about like the Bible and everything, and I was just like, yo, where was God during slavery? And that was the one question he couldn't answer. And I feel like after that, like I really I didn't practice the acts of my religion enough. I feel like I'm only in situations now, I'll be very vulnerable and honest, like the only time like I really like pray outside of like just appreciation for everything is if something goes wrong. Like, you know, everybody has them days where you could be like, oh, I don't know, but then your back is against the wall and you just be like, God, please, like, hold it down this one time. So I feel like I'm kind of in that middle area. I feel like sometimes my mind gets so overwhelmed because I see so much information on TikTok and social media about like all these different perceptions of afterlife, and then it's just like, I don't know. I just want to hear you speak, bro.
Yeah, no, you're good, bro. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, does he?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, I was saying, do you believe in God though? At the end of the day, so like, would you consider yourself a theist? Not an atheist, a theist, like someone who believes in God but you don't necessarily have a religion that you subscribe to as of now, or would you consider yourself like agnostic, like you're not sure?
Jay, I think she's talking to you.
Nah, she's talking to you, bro.
I'm talking to OJ.
Oh no, yeah.
OJ, I'm talking to you.
Lady, my brain's on the fuck out. You gotta, I go, lady, run that bag. Nah. I'm thinking. Okay, so Okay, so I heard atheist, and I got really nervous, so I didn't say a word, and I zoned out.
I think like from what I heard from him, I don't want to speak from him or anything, but I think he's more of an agnostic person. You know, he's not closed-minded. Like, I don't believe none of that's true. No, he's more open-minded. So if he hears, you know, whatever he hears, he'll be able to. But I don't want to speak for him. So you go ahead and like, you can answer that question yourself. I don't want to like.
So you just basically ask me if I'm a devil worshiper or a God worshiper. Nah. But I don't know. Like, I don't know where my brain is. I don't know where my mind is. I do believe that there is a God. I remember I watched this podcast one time with some nigga with some PhD. I'll just leave it at that. And then he was just talking about how like he was talking about how like there's different planes. I don't know if you ever heard about this theory that there's different planes, and like there's like the third dimensional realm, and then like the lower plane, and then like a plane only for like physical help. Like, say if you're sick, you can contact these spirits or these beings, and if you're sick and somebody's really spiritually inclined, they can come to you while you're asleep if you know that person, and you could call these beings and they could come and kind of take care of you. I heard that there's another plane with like where niggas was just saying how all these religious gods are on one plane of agreeance, and we're kind of like misinformed about that. I just heard so much stuff, but like I don't know where I stand with all that, bro. I don't know where I stand.
Me on religion, bro, I feel like all these different religions, I believe there's a God, but like there's just so much what you call it in this world, like you know how they said the devil knows the Bible the best. I feel like the devil, I don't know in different religions what you call the devil, but the devil, for me, I feel like he has manipulated the world into a way where you can't really tell who is the God, but like I believe there's a God in the world, bro. Like,
Voodoo,
I just can't be in a religion like that.
I would never play with you, bro. Voodoo, I never play with you. I don't want you to feel like Voodoo. You just sound mad Haitian, like I'm in a Flatbush church. I'm so sorry, bro. I did not mean to.
Wait, what did he say about the devil?
Look at his outfit.
Look at this nigga with this Haitian ass suit, bro. Who is this nigga, bro?
Nah, this fit is crazy.
No, please, Voodoo. Like, bro, don't embarrass me with my guest, my nigga. Come on, bro.
I'm just presentable, bro.
Okay.
Nah, bro, chilling. Listen, nah,
No,
but
I wanted to clarify. Oh wait, I just want to clarify real quick. An atheist is someone who doesn't believe in God. A theist is someone who believes in God. Just they're not the same. An atheist, a theist is different. So and that's also different from being an agnostic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, because I was clarifying for the people in chat. I don't think they understand the difference between the three. There's a difference between all of them. An atheist doesn't believe in God. Atheist believes in God, and an agnostic isn't sure of whatever's going on. That's what it is.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask, like, have any of you guys ever looked into Islam, and read about it or no?
I'm not even truly informed, but I'm open-minded.
I have.
That's what's up. So what have you let me check. What was your name again? Sorry about that.
My name is Desi. Yeah, Desi.
Okay, yeah. Desi, what have you heard about Islam? What are your thoughts on it? And then, like, in a nutshell, you know?
In a nutshell, I'd say Islam is way more feminist than people think. It's way more women oriented than people are aware of. I feel like the perceptions of Islam that are put out there is like, how do I put this? Like, you know, like, what's that stick? Because, for example, it's this misconstrued. Like, for example, there's that stick, right, that they said the husband can beat their wife with. That's how I first heard of things. Like, the husband can beat their wife. That's not correct. They're not allowed to harm your wife in that way. It's supposed to be for, like, correction, if that makes sense. If it makes any kind of sense, it's supposed to be a thing that you use, and you're not supposed to actually harm her or hurt her with it. If you do, then that's wrong. Like, that's a big sin. So I feel like and especially with the first thing that got me in was the whole my money is you, but your money is my money. My money is my money. I'm for that. Like
I bet every woman is for that. But in a sense, facts. No, but in a sense, what it's saying with the my money is your money, or whatever it was, it goes. So the guy, like, whenever he goes into marriage with a woman. So first of all, people really don't understand. They like to misconstrue religion. They like to say that it's anti-feminist. They don't like women. They don't like this and that. They put them low. If anything, Islam came to teach how people should treat women. Before Islam, we had these kings with 80 wives, and they would treat them like slaves, and they were all white kings, right? And they claim to be Christian kings and all that other stuff, King David and all that. But Islam came to teach, like, how you should treat a woman, how you should put her on a pedestal, how you should really so basically, for example, if a guy wants to marry a Muslim woman, he has to put forth a certain amount of money in it could be in assets, it can be in currency, whatever it is, before he marries her. You know, like, for example, you pay $30,000 to her, straight to her, you buy her some gold pieces, and you get her some clothes or whatever, and then you marry her, and then that's proof to show that you're willing and you're committed to being with her. And if she was to ever, if you guys were to ever to divorce, she would have assets from the relationship, because in a sense, like, it's not really popular for Muslim women to really work while they're married with a Muslim man, because the Muslim man is usually the one bringing in all the money. And like you said, my money's my money and your money's my money. So if she was to make anything, she uses it for herself. But if he was to make anything, he spends it on the whole family and her as well. So it's like, I know what you mean by that. Like, a lot of people are very fond of that, but it's more for women, if anything. Like, Islam, when you really look into it, and more, it cares a lot about women. And like you said, with the whole stick thing, with how you can, like, it's like some verse that people took out of context completely. But like I said, it values women to a high degree. You know what I mean? A very high degree.
100%. Like, my dad, he's Muslim.
I feel like it's just a case of people not. Oh, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say my dad, he's Muslim and he got his wife a whole business. Like she sells like abayas and hijabs and all kinds of stuff, and she got her
Yeah,
own
that's fire.
article in Forbes and stuff. So like, and it's only them two, so all his money goes to her.
Yep. That's what it is. Yeah, that's basically that's how it is in a nutshell. If you go to any of these like, Dubai, if you go to any of these places, you'll see the woman sitting in a hole in a damn near a palace with all this stuff, and she has all her kids running around, and everything is made prepped up for her while the man is at work in his office or doing whatever he's doing. Comes home and just spend a whole bunch more on her and make sure that she's well fit and the kids are well fit and all that stuff. But like you said, Desi.
Yeah.
They don't want to actually read about it. They just want to make assumptions. Especially, I don't know if you guys are aware, but Islam is actually currently the fastest growing religion in the world. Millions by millions are joining every single day. As we speak, people are converting right now to Islam. Fastest growing religion. It beat Christianity like 2 years ago, and it's because people are nowadays. There's social media, so people are willing to open up a book, or they're willing to go to these different creators and actually understand what they're saying and really realize the truth about Islam and what it actually means and what it actually does for a person. And a lot of people, it changes their perceptions and they go ahead and convert just because they believe that it's the truth. And that's why I wanted to talk to OJ about it, whether it's now or whether it's off stream, about Islam. And I know, like how he said he was an agnostic or whatever the case may be, and he's open to learning. I definitely would want to help him like learn about that and understand more about it, because I feel like it can bring that sense of comfort to the holes that he feels like are empty when it comes to belief and faith and all that stuff.
Do
1 second before you continue. 1 second. Whichever mod time me out, you're gonna be banned for life. You stop banning people for no reason. I didn't say nothing in the chat that was crazy. Don't ban me.
I'm gonna block all of you. I'm gonna find all of you. I'm gonna find the person on Instagram with the person that I know who hacks accounts, and I'm gonna embarrass you for 2 days. Worse than that light skinned deformed nigga. So play with me, bro. You think I'm not, bro? Bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. Y'all niggas know I don't care. For a lot of illiterate people in this live, they're just coming here saying like a dumb stuff. Get the fuck out the live. I'm in college. I'm informed. I have intellect, and I will use my intellect. I'm not here to joke at 24/7. So go suck your mother.
Yep.
What's up with y'all niggas? Like, and I explained that once again before. So get the fuck out the live. Stink, just overall stink fuckers.
My name in the
Hey,
chat.
say it like a real general.
I have two.
They're illiterate. I'm sorry.
I have two accounts. One of the accounts is called Revelize, and the other is Soul Desi. Stop timing me out. You mods are doing too much.
I'm gonna just remove all the niggas again.
I can see you're not allowing a lot of people to speak their mind. Like, I know not everyone's gonna agree. They can disagree with what we're saying. That's fine. Let them speak their piece. Only time them out. Only time them out if they're just being mad disrespectful. If they're disagreeing, let them disagree. That's the whole point of this. Yes, I'm revelized. Yeah.
Regardless of numbers numbers or how many numbers the stream is gonna do, this is the most controversial stream of Twitch this whole year, because as far as I'm concerned with what I've been seeing on Twitch, it's cool and all. Everything's fun, everything's jokes, everything is cool with these different creators. But like I said, regardless of the numbers that this does, whether they're high or they're low, this is the most controversial stream, and things that are being said are not something that everybody's gonna agree with. And that's the good thing about it, is that everyone has different views. So if anyone does disagree in the comments or whatever, and they want to impose their point or impose their question, I'm all for it, and I'm here to like.
KB, can you peep comments from me? So if you see a very interesting comment, you could just bring it up same time.
Me,
right, thank you.
I don't even know what the chat is.
I just have to ask you something. I look, you just my corny self. I have to ask you the alien question and just put me on to anything alien related.
Somebody said,
OJ, before you do that, can I address this question? Someone said, talk about the rapes and murders in the Islamic nation, since you want to go on a conversion session, sir. And I want to address that by saying, first of all, ban him, because that's ridiculous.
Okay.
I want to address that by saying, bro.
Wait, before you ban him, like
ban him!
Please,
Bro!
before you ban him, like I want him to hear my response to it. I want him to hear my response to it before he goes, because I want him to, or whoever said it, to understand like the severity of what they said. But like, you go ahead, you can finish what you were saying, and then I'll say my response to that.
Oh, I was gonna say, bro. There's people in every religion that do rape and murder, and let's not even talk about the Catholics. Like, what kind of nonsense is that? What kind of nonsense is that really? Like, what kind of point is that to make? Like, you sound like, bro, that's a mad dumb comment. You sound mad. It is of every religion though. There's people in every religion that sin and that do mad things that they shouldn't. Let's think about all the Christians that you know that are fucked in the head. Like what kind of question is that? So it's not, you can't relate rape to one religion. Don't be frigging dumb.
Yeah, I mean, like
niggas in the chat like, why y'all banning him? Yeah.
No. Before he does get banned, it's cool because I want to. So, in a sense, right now, with what you said, the highest numbers of predators and pedophilia, when it comes to like religious areas, are coming from priests, and I don't even want to say this because it's not right to say, but it comes from priests and pastors in churches and in synagogues doing things with children. And we've heard about this. It's not an ongoing rumor. This is something that we know of, and this is something that occurs all the time. You don't hear this. You don't hear about this. Majority, you don't hear about this coming up from Muslim masjids, mosques, or Islamic centers or whatever. You don't hear about that as much as you do with priests and pastors from other religions. That's number one. Number two, if you look into any Catholicism, Judaism, Christianity, if you look at the punishments for rape and all this other stuff, you're not going to find a conclusive punishment that they have for that situation. You'll never find it in the actual book whenever you're reading the scriptures. But if you go to the book of Islam, the Quran, and you read the punishments, if you woke up and you decided that you wanted to commit that type of act with somebody, whether it's murder, I don't want to say too much, I don't know how Twitch feels about me saying that stuff, but rape, murder, all that other stuff, the direct consequence of that is stoning. They put you in a hole, they got all these people around you, and everyone stones you to death, and that's how you go out if you decide that you want to do something like that. So number one, the argument that Islam, or like you said, the Nation of Islam, which is not even Islam, they're for that, and that's what they support. That's completely irrelevant. That's ignorant to even say, but I understand why you'd say that, because out of ignorancy, you wanna push such a I don't even know how to explain it, but the way you just say something like that with no information to back it up is crazy to me. And then, in a sense, it's like I said before, Islam literally treats women the best, and the punishments that they have for anything that you want to do, if you decide to do something like that, is the worst. If you go, for example, if you go to Dubai right now, you can leave, you can have $10,000 with you, a MacBook, and then you can have all these expensive belongings. You can walk into a coffee shop. Try this right. If you don't believe me, take a one-way ticket there and try it. Walk into a coffee shop, put all of your belongings on the table, leave the coffee shop for 6 hours, and then come back. Every single one of your belongings is still there. Nobody will touch it, because the punishment for these things is not a joke. You lose your arm, you lose your hand. Like, they take your hand, like it's gone, because you decided that you wanted to take something that wasn't yours, steal from another person willingly. The punishments aren't a joke. So for anyone to even say that Islam is a religion that allows these types of things to happen, these disgusting things that people just throw around, that's far-fetched, and it doesn't even come mainly from the religion. You don't hear about it mainly from Islam. If you do your research, and mostly, like I said, it comes from Christian centers, Jewish centers, with priests and pastors doing all this stuff with children. That's where it's mostly coming from. You don't really hear it coming from Islam as much, but that's just like a response to what you said like I said, in a nutshell. It's not really, I'm not going to go too deep into it, because it doesn't deserve a deep response. Like something like that, that's ignorant to even say. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can ban him now if you want.
Okay. He's done. He's been banned.
I have this.
Oh yeah, I banned him now.
I have this. I have two questions. There's a question you can answer after. Somebody brought up if you wanted to speak on the flat Earth and the ice wall theory, but I do have to ask you about your love life and things, like how like in this generation, like with the ladies, and just how dumbed down people are. Like, how do you even, when you speak to someone, what do you look for? Where's your mind at? And yeah.
So in a sense, I just like someone that's open-minded. That's like the first thing that you have to look for in anyone. I feel like it's like if someone is not open-minded and they're closed-minded to whatever, even if they don't share like the same values, the beliefs, the religious things, if they don't believe the same things that I speak about, as long as they're open-minded and willing to learn, then I'm all for it. I'm all, you know. But if I can't be with someone that's closed-minded, that anything I say they reject it or they ignore it and they don't want to hear it and they don't want to help themselves understand more about the world, then that's something I can't really deal with, because we all have patience, but patience only goes like a certain, you know, route. But in terms of that, like I don't really mind too much, you know what I mean? If that's crazy. Yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry.
Voodoo,
like,
that laugh.
I don't know. If Ash Cash, like if you know, if Ash Cash hit me up right now, I wouldn't deny her because she doesn't know about what I'm saying in my videos. You know what I'm talking about? It can't happen.
Jesus.
Voodoo, do not make bad jokes in this Discord. Bro, yo, please don't embarrass me like that, bro. Please, bro. Like, where's my paper, bro? Like, I don't want to have to pull out my document, bro.
Don't pull it out. Don't put it down.
I'm gonna leave it right here. I'm gonna leave it right here. I'm gonna leave it right here. I'm gonna leave it right here.
Okay.
What was the joke?
What is we had to have a love talk though. What is your perception of love? Do you feel like dating at this age, at such a young age, makes sense if most people are just gonna really like decide to settle down around 30, 35? We did want to have a conversation about that. I don't ever feel like that's a topic I don't ever feel like I could ever articulate, because I don't even feel like I fully experienced healthy love to feel like to say I know what love is.
Yeah, nowadays you're not gonna find too much of that healthy love, and that's just because people are so lost in social media. Social media literally, like, people, like, they've lost the plot completely. Like, they don't know about anything. They're not realistic. They don't live a realistic mindset. People can't keep they can't keep what's it called? They can't keep a healthy relationship just because they're always updated on social media on the next thing, and they always want the better thing. So what it does is it desensitizes people. You know, you got guys subscribing for $25 to see a woman, and then you got these women trying to get into all these check marks and all these, you know, famous guys' DMs. So it's like it's not.
I have to cut you off. I have to cut you off, guys. I'm giving y'all a long stream. Relax. This is an insightful stream. I'm giving y'all a long stream. TP. Okay. Yes, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, and so I think it's like there's no balance nowadays, and you're not gonna really find too much, especially in the Western countries, Western society. You're not gonna find a lot of true love anymore. If it comes to happen, it comes to happen with people, you know, but you're not really gonna see of it too much. So I say don't take it too serious, and don't do, like, the first thing, you do not want to invest all of your energy into somebody not knowing if they're the person that's for you or not. And that's a mistake that a lot of people make, is that they put all of their energy into someone to then find out that person was never for them. So now when it's time to go and they have to take back their energy, it's going to be hard, because now, you know, they have to deal with heartbreak and they have to deal with all this other stuff. So do not invest your energy into someone before you know who they are and who they are for you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's a mistake a lot of people make nowadays. But other than that, I think that, you know, just live very precise. That's all.
Real quick, someone said, look, someone in the chat, they said the dome/firmament theory.
Oh yes, that's interesting. The dome theory, like.
The flat Earth theory. Let's be serious, please.
No, it's
that's a part of the. That's part of the flat Earth theory, because the dome, the firmament comes from the idea of the Bible, the firmament, whatever. Bro. I'm sorry. I go to university for physics, bro. The Earth is not flat. That's
obvious.
Let's not be so. It's not flat.
Desi, I can hear the anger within your study.
Yes, I can.
Oh, Lord. The anger is on 10. Really.
You know, I'm trying to be diplomatic, but no, bro. The Earth isn't flat. I'm not, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, she worked too hard in physics. Bro.
And the science, I don't even want to break it down. If you don't do physics, I don't want to. If you don't understand, but bro, the Earth isn't flat. Let's just next, please, Lord.
Someone mentioned lizard people, the Dracolians, I believe.
Reptilians, yeah.
I believe
So,
in that. I believe in that.
Reptilians, yeah.
I want to hear what you have to say on that. If you have any perspectives on that.
so in the past, I used to be very strong. Like I firmly believe that a lot of these elites and all these higher ups that are above everything and everyone that control everything, they have this. Here just me explaining it is gonna sound crazy. Like
Bro, that's why I have you on. I want to hear all your perspectives, bro.
Yeah, got you. So it's like they have like a reptilian like body. Like they're not humans. Like they're like you wouldn't think that everyone that runs every single thing in this world and has all the power.
You said they have a reptilian body?
Yeah, like lizards.
Oh,
That's what they
shapeshifters.
so they look like this nigga.
That's essentially what it is.
Mm.
Let's stop. Nah, I believe.
Oh my God,
I don't.
you are on this.
I believe when all them people run the world, like those higher ups, like the real elites, bro, they think so differently,
No.
and it's evil.
Yeah,
I feel
evil.
like
Not
they're
very
very evil. Like,
evil in a lot of stuff they do as well.
like they don't even.
But
Like they're not human.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's probably why the reptilian theory is like so
if you
popular. You said what?
Can we have a formal class, niggas?
No, I was gonna say
Thank you.
if we were to discuss.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Desi,
Am I
you're-
delayed? Can you guys hear me?
Desi, this
Yes,
is
we
like
can hear
this
you,
is like
Desi.
Metro PCS meets cricket. Like
Yeah.
Desi, time out and come back in. This is embarrassing.
Okay,
Please.
Raw.
Yeah,
No.
but them alien people, man, they're very different. They just,
Yeah.
what
So
you're
so with the
saying.
whole alien thing, I wouldn't say that it's something that I believe and it's something that I'm invested in or whatever. I probably was in the past, but now I'm not. Like if someone's evil, then someone's evil, regardless if they can shapeshift into like a different specimen or whatever. You know what I mean? If they're evil, they're evil. If they run shit in the wrong way, then they run it in the wrong way. They said Hitler was a reptilian, and when he's not in the public's light, he's in a different form inside of his house, and then he comes out and this is snap, and then Hitler ended up dying. You know what I mean? So it's like, go ahead.
Nah, I'm really in class right now. So I'm so interested into this pyramid thing. I seen some video talking about how like where every pyramid is, like it's placed to I failed my math regions. So if I sound dumb, just let me sound dumb. It's like placed by like where the number of the exact speed of something or some speed of light or I don't know, and then that's how people was able to travel through different whatever realms. Can you speak
also,
on that?
they had big golden like tops on the pyramids.
Could you speak on whatever you know about pyramids? That's all I'm asking.
Pyramids. So are you asking like how they were created or like?
Yeah, I saw something too about like how humans couldn't even have made pyramids because like the stones were too heavy to even bring up at that angle.
Yeah, I don't know about yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nah, that's crazy. Yeah, so in a sense, like that kind of goes back to the whole thing where it's a whole different topic. It's like Anunnaki, that those were the people before us. But the problem with all that stuff is that when you start talking about that, it'll lead you into religion and how things were to come about. So that's why it kind of moves into different topics. But like, essentially, I think the pyramids. I think humans were very different at the time. They were like we were built extremely different with height, with weight, with size, and all that stuff. And it's set in a lot of religious books. So maybe we did create them, and if we didn't, then maybe some other type of specimen was there to create them. But that's not something that we can say for sure because there's no scientist that can prove it right or wrong, and there's no person that can really say I was there for that. And it's like one of those things where you can make a theory about it and you can back it up with a whole bunch of evidence, but how concrete really is it to say it's a fact? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
I wanted to what was it in the chat? I want to talk about big tech. Somebody had brought it up ages ago, and I've been wanting to talk about it for ages. How big tech is basically banning anyone offline who they deem is stepping out of line. I actually agree with that, and I have a lot to say about that. But I wanted to know your thoughts on that too. If we're talking about stuff,
Big tech. Do you mean like big pharma or?
Oh, big tech. Just meaning like the people who run all these social media companies, for example, like people like Andrew Tate getting removed in one day and like them having so much power and stuff.
Oh, how do I feel about
being
that? And how
banned
they have
across
so much
every
power over me?
platform all at once.
I mean, so in a sense, yeah, that's actually facts.
Same
But
time.
if you look now, a lot of that is slowly starting to change. Like with Elon Musk, he bought out. With more money comes a lot more power. So he bought Twitter for $44 billion and gave Kanye his account back. So that's facts. The people that do run these things, they're very like they're like they're immoral people that do immoral things. Like they can just wipe someone so quick off of everything, but whenever the people start to take power in their own hands, and that's when we can change things. But tech has always been a problem, especially with censoring people and censoring with me too. Like in the past, the amount of videos that they've took down, the amount of times I've went on ban for 2 weeks and then came back, strike me, took down accounts. They're very big on that, especially when you speak about something that goes against the grain. You know what I mean?
Yes.
This is my thing though with the whole Elon Musk situation. The thing is, Elon Musk didn't actually want to buy Twitter. Like he tried to take it back and he couldn't because he already had gone through with the paperwork. Elon Musk wasted 44 billion of his dollars because he wanted to be like an outrage machine. Twitter loses money every year, like in the hundreds of millions. Twitter uses money every year, and Elon Musk is always making provocative statements on Twitter, like he has the power to make the Dogecoin go up and down and all that other stuff, bro. He did not. He tried to pull back out of his deal with Twitter, and now he's trying to do everything he can to make it work. But Elon Musk is saying that he's such a person for free speech. But when there was a woman on Twitter that was calling her out, right? And by time she was done calling him out, her whole Twitter feed gone. Like
Wait, does it? Stop talking. This guy. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm with you. My fault. Just trying to make sure my notification. Yeah.
Right.
So I did hear about that. Whenever he was going to buy it, and then he kind of wanted to come out of buying it, the whole process, because the whole thing happened. But now, if I'm not mistaken, he bought it, right? Like he ended up buying Twitter.
He had to. The reason he ended up buying.
He had no other choice.
Yeah, he had no other choice. He already started with the paperwork, right? And so Twitter was like 44 billion. No, I'm getting this money, because he tried to make it as an outrage thing, but he actually went through and signed with the paperwork. The reason why he could have gone to court. He tried to keep pushing back the day. He could have gone to court to come out of the deal, but the reason why he couldn't end up doing that was because Elon Musk isn't as rich as everybody else thinks he is. And for him to be able to renege on that deal with how far he was into it, he would have had to peel back the layers of his finances. And he didn't want people in on his finances like that. So he ended up having to just go completely through with the rest of the paperwork. Bro.
Yeah, he had to.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Twitter, but I don't know if it can be anything good. He's talking about now $8 a month for Twitter.
Jesus.
That's mad. Yeah,
I mean,
that's crazy.
I think his first move when he got on Twitter. He fired the lady that banned Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But I think that was more of a political move, because if you remember what I was saying before, about what's it called, the woman that was calling him out on his decision with Twitter and stuff, her whole feed was gone after she done calling him out. After she done call out Elon Musk, her whole feed was gone, and she even at him and said, "I thought you were for free speech. Why does my Twitter feed look like this all of a sudden? That doesn't make any sense." And I agree, like, what's going on? He's not as for free speech as he says. At the end of the day, he's a billionaire and he's gonna do billionaire things. So you try and make sure that your flipping data is not getting sold from Twitter just like it is with evil Mark Zuckerberg. That man. Let me not even speak my mind on Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook,
TikTok, all these apps that steal information. Yeah.
Desi. I would actually like for you to mention what you told me today about like Facebook and like how much access they have. Desi, don't embarrass me with your data. Like, what the fuck? Like, this thing gotta look professional, bro. But they're asking you about the New World Order. If you could speak on that.
So the New World Order is not a conspiracy. It's not anything new. Actually, if you look on if you look on the dollar bill, it says on the bottom. It says in Latin. It says, Novus Ordo Seclorum, and when you search up that word or when you search up that phrase and you translate it from Latin to English, it's the New World Order or the New Ages of the World. That's basically what it means. The definition of the phrase on the dollar bill. So the New World Order has been a thing and has been around for a long time, for the longest of time, since the beginning of society and since the beginning of colonization. The New World Order has always been a thing. It's just how are we going to do it and what are the steps we have to take to do it. So the New World Order is not it's not anything recent. What's up? So it's not anything recent with the virus that happened. I'm not gonna really mention anything too deep into that, but the whole virus that happened and then what came after that and how people had to go and do this and that. People think that the New World Order started in 2020 and what happened in 2020 was for the New World Order to take place and to be implemented. No, the New World Order has been around for hundreds of years, and it's been happening through every single thing, with cell phones being introduced, to social media them being introduced, to YouTube them being introduced. So whenever people got used to that, then they put out Vine, and then they put out TikTok, and now people can't really sit down and watch a 20-minute video because they're so desensitized and their time span is so cut short that they're just going to be sitting there scrolling through 30-second, 60-second videos. And with that shortens their time span, that shortens their focus ability. You'll see a lot more people that can't really sit down and, focus on one thing because now they have this easy access to just scrolling. And then they get lost scrolling for hours on hours. And then they end up finding themselves in a predicament and they can't get off of social media. So the New World Order is all of that stuff, mixed together. Go ahead, though.
Do you feel as if we'll get chipped? And do you feel and do you feel like that VR shit would really get serious? Like, so when niggas be dragging the theory talking about VR and like, what if we really get into a world where it's predominantly just niggas just in their room and then going to a VR experience even when
like
working.
The metaverse?
But I'd rather you speak on. Yeah, I want you to start off with the chipped and then go into that.
So like whenever in 2020 when I'd say, or no, 2021, whenever I would be like, yo, keep in mind, it's possible. If they wanted to chip us, they will. And then everyone in the comments would be like, well, why would they want to chip us when we have our cell phones and they could just track them with that and all that stuff? Not too long later, after everyone would assume I'm lying, Elon Musk came forth. And this is why I'm so iffy about him. It's because he can do one thing that's good and then he'll just completely do a 360 and then do some weird shit. But he came forth and he's like, we can implement this thing called the metaverse where we're able to put a chip inside people's brain and we're able to have them into this alternate reality where they can experience this virtual world. Huh?
No, I was asking if it was called Neuralink. I remember. Okay, so I'm a bit of a nerd. So I'm a bit of a nerd. So I know that they released that the same time. Like the same year that they released Sword Art Online, if you know that anime. Anybody that watches anime knows what I'm talking about. Like they released that shit at the same time.
I feel like they're slowly trying to implement things into the world to where it's like people not seeing it as it's crazy, but it is crazy because like now I don't know if you noticing, but like the euro's currency is ass now. Like the shit is not worth nothing, and I feel like the elites are low-key trying to trying to implement a one world currency. Like they're trying to find a currency where they can govern, not like Bitcoin. They're trying to have something where they could control every single thing. Like they see you buy candy, this person bought candy, this time, this place, this way. They're trying to have control over all of that.
Yeah.
And once they get that, you're over with. Like, so I feel like that's what the chip will mainly be implemented with, all your data and stuff like that.
What's crazy is that I'm pretty certain that they tried to do that one world currency. They tried to do it with stock market and crypto, but they realized that not everybody's willing to buy crypto. Not everybody's willing to invest in that. But if everybody, say for instance, if everybody put their money in crypto, the people that run these cryptocurrencies and the people that run all these social media businesses and this technology that run all that, they have control over the crypto. You know what I'm saying? They have control over people's money, people's assets. They control it. So if they wanted to strip everyone from their money, they just have to wipe all your crypto. But they realize people aren't really willing to. Not everyone is willing to put their money in crypto. So now we gotta, figure out a different way to get everyone to be into something. You know what I mean?
That's why they're trying to. I feel like they're gonna low key try to shut down the American currency because it's becoming obsolete. The gold has left the America's currency. So now they're gonna try. I feel like they're gonna try and find a way how to implement crypto into it, governed.
Oh yeah.
Wait, could you hear? You can hear me, right? You can hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
hear
yeah.
you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. All right, hold on one second. It's just a thing that popped up. I gotta see how to do this shit. Oh. All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So now, what you were saying? Nah, that's facts. So like, that's like you kind of summed it up with the whole gold thing.
Hmm.
If people are in it, like if people say, okay, we're willing to put our money into gold and we're willing to, accept this new currency that they have forced
Yep.
with us, they got the control. That's it.
Hmm.
They're done. So it's like, it's something that we have to be very cautious of, because with cash, they're not able to control everyone's assets with cash. People can,
Hmm.
people, not everyone's gonna put their money in the bank. So you got all these guys, especially everyone just flexing all this money, flexing all this cash. They have no control over that. So
Yep.
they have to find something that's gonna be able to be controlled by everyone. They can,
But
if they wanted to wipe it, they wipe it like this.
yeah.
It's done.
But also, some people will always find ways around that. Like with crypto,
Yeah.
you could get a hardcore wallet, like a flash drive with all your crypto and all your assets on that flash drive, like that. Some people will find ways to, what I'm saying, break out of that. But those are the
Yeah.
people
No,
that
there's a lot
be
of
targeted
I
Yeah,
big
have
time.
that's the people. That's the. Oh, my fault. OJ, but that's the people that they want to figure out how to
Hmm.
control. That's the tricky stuff. That's the tricky stuff that they have to figure out how to keep under control. Because if not, their whole plan is gonna go to shit. Like they
Yep.
tried. This new world order should have been a thing hundreds of years ago. We should have been controlled. We should have been under control. They tried to do it with so many things, but they just could not do it because there's always those people, like you said, that figure out how to maneuver through the system, and they figure out how to maneuver through the cracks, and it's always gonna be like that. Like stated with the V shot. I don't want to say what it
Hmm.
actually is, but I'm sure everyone knows the whole V shot thing in 2020. They thought that if they can fearmonger and scare every single person into going to get that shot, then they have full control over everybody. But little did they know, there's people out there that are willing to speak out against it, so they can help other people realize that they don't have to go and get it. And with that, they cannot fully get every single person to go do it. So that whole plan fell apart. It wasn't orchestrated right, and it went to shit. But a lot of people don't really notice that. You know what I mean?
I have a question. Um, and I don't even know how to articulate this question, but I really want you to like leave on this point of like how you view everything, being so, informed and having so much knowledge and just like interacting with so much people who aren't even really like aware of so much things. How do you, even like in a financial realm, like, and you just being aware of like, okay, let me just be honest, we're broke. We're poor, bro. And sometimes that should be
Yeah.
eating me up how, like, you know how the system works and everything. And it's just, like, it's still so hard to get money. And it's just, like, sometimes I'll even be I'll interact with someone and I'll just notice that they're not on the same, like, mental plane as me. And then, like, sometimes I'll kind of get, like, saddened by that. Sometimes I kind of feel like I'm left out in a sense. When it comes to you being so informed in your perceiving the world, how do you manage being at peace or peaceful, just knowing like so much information about what's going on? Like, what brings you peace if you're at peace?
So now, what brings me peace is kind of coming to the realization, and this goes for anyone. When you come to the realization that nothing in this system that they've created for humans as a way of living, that a lot of people fall under depression under, and they fall under anxiety, and they fall under not knowing where to go and what to do with their life, just because of the system that was created against them. I really want everyone to understand, once you come to the realization that none of it really matters, none of it will actually make you content, in regardless of your situation, if you're at the bottom or if you're at the top, you will never find contentment in anything that can be valued at currency. You're never going to find contentment in it. And that's the reason why you can watch videos of all these starving kids
Hmm.
in, Haiti and Africa, and you can see that they're all jumping around, skinny to the
Yep.
bone, no food, but they're jumping around, happy, living life. To
Because they
them, they're
have
rich.
family.
To them, they view themselves as rich. But
Uh,
people that are genuinely rich with currency here in America, in UK, wherever you want to call it, and they're at the top of the game, but you find out that they're living a depressing life. A lot of these people, a lot of these, why are so many rappers, even though they make it out and they make all this money, why are they still promoting, sipping lean, popping pills, and the pills aren't regular pills. They're pills that take you away from your reality. So you don't. So it's pills that make you not want to feel what you're going through. Don't you got all the money? Don't you got all the cars? Don't you got all the hoes around you? Why is it that you don't want to experience that reality? Isn't it the thing you're trying to promote everyone to live? So then why are you sipping lean so that you can go to sleep, or so that you can be in an alternate world and not have to feel what you're going through? You know what I'm saying? So when you come to the realization that nothing in the system they created matters, and it's more about your faith and your happiness and your love for the next person, and understanding that you're here to fulfill your purpose of just being a happy person and living everything for the moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's whenever you'll be fulfilled. But go ahead.
Could you speak on emotional intelligence and how you manage your emotions?
Can you how I manage my emotions?
How you manage your emotions, like even when you're angry, like how do you really tone yourself down? Being on campus as well and dealing with a lot of these weird white individuals, how is that affecting your mental health?
So it can really drain someone. Like it can drain you. Like having to deal with that stuff, it can drain you. It can really piss you off. It can turn your mood off. And we're all humans and we all have emotions. So I can't even sit up here and be like, yo, I can control my emotions. All I got to do is these breathing exercises and everything. That's all bullshit. And if anyone tells you that, they're lying. Is bullshit. How you can truly control your emotions and deal with what you got to deal with is you got to understand if it's not gonna serve you any purpose, or if it's not going to help you in any way, then there's no point in stressing about it. And in the moment, you're liable to stress about it because you're human, but then you'll later realize that it didn't matter as much as you thought it mattered. In whatever case it may be, if you have to deal with annoying ass people, understand that they're not like, you're not on the same mindset as them as far as you're concerned. So you don't really have to dumb yourself down to their level and show them your anger. You don't got to show them your emotions, because they're not deserving of that. If that's how you view it, they don't deserve to see your side where you're upset and you want to take it out on them, or you want to be frustrated with the whole world, or frustrated with everything. You keep yourself at a composed state, relax, and you don't bring yourself down to a mindset or a maturity level that you feel like you're ahead of. You know what I mean? The most respectful way.
Okay, but if someone calls you a bitch, you'll defend yourself though, right? Because like
someone call me a bitch?
I hate everything you're saying, but I have to get my lick back.
Man, I need my lick back.
I
need my lick back. I was having a conversation. Bro. I'll put you on right now, bro. It was a very serious situation about a rumor going on about me on my campus, right? Remember, I'm some 6'5", tall ass nigga, bro. And when I found out, like, I recently got some insight to who spread a rumor, and I have evidence. Of them and collecting like just bare videos of like niggas just admitting like this is where the rumor came from, and this and this. And someone as I was just so relieved when I got all the information, and I went to my acquaintances and I was like, listen, like I finally can feel that peace now. And one of these niggas told me, nigga, you're not God. Like, cause I was basically saying like I'm a violate, like I have the power. Sometimes I feel like I don't know if I will ever be that much of a peaceful person, because it's like, bro, once somebody grease me, bro, I feel like, oh, that shit is out the window, bro. I don't believe in that, oh, like, God gonna give this person a karma. No, let me personally deliver the karma. And do you feel like this is something, no, I have to cut y'all off. This is something I think about even when I'm in the shower, like, am I gonna be judged for really full on blacking on somebody, or full on like giving someone the same energy when they initially started with me? Do you feel like I'm gonna be judged for that?
No.
Bro, you need the lick.
No, listen. I think I understand what you're saying 100%. Like you said, if someone called you a bitch, like personally, you can't. It's like Malcolm X. He really talked about a lot of stuff that I would talk about, but his motto was, you never tolerate disrespect, and you do everything by any means necessary. If somebody violates, if someone says something about you that you deem as disrespectful, and you know that they're being dead ass about it, you have to defend your pride. You know what I'm talking about? You have to defend your pride. You have to defend yourself. Like you can't just you can't let shit slide, obviously. So you have to if you can't do it peacefully, then you got to do it how you got to handle it, and that's to anyone's perception. But I don't in no way am I like promoting for y'all to go, for anyone watching the chat. I'm not promoting for you to go in violence or whatever. But if you need to defend yourself as a human being, as a man, as a woman, whatever the case may be. You defend yourself. But now, go ahead, bro.
How is your social life? Do you have people who are as inclined as you around, or do you struggle to find those people? Like, are you very judgmental when it comes to like friend groups? How are you? Are you very introverted in general? I just want to know, like, as far as interactions with other people in the age group, like, how are you?
So I'd say, as far as like-minded people like me, I'd say I find that more online. Like in settings like this where I'm talking to people that I can agree with things on. That's where I mostly find people that I'm like-minded with. On TikTok, I've met a lot of other creators that they talk about what I talk about. But in terms of real life, not too many people. I can't really say anyone. I'm not really around anyone that spreads this, or knows this type of stuff that I know, or says this type, like they articulate what I say or whatever. But there are people that I have around me that watch my videos and they understand what I say, and we'll have conversations sometime where they'll be like, "Yo, I peeped the latest video where you were talking about this. Low key, bro, it makes a lot of sense. Like I understand where you're coming from," and I'll be like, "Yeah, da da da," and we have like a little combo about it. But if you mean like people that are spreading the same type of knowledge or whatever the case,
but does that eat you up though? Does that eat you up? Because I feel like sometimes I'm at a place where I'm like, bro, I don't have like enough friends like that in my circle, and it kind of eats me up because it's like, okay, I could just go back to the hood and I'm with these hood ass niggas who I can't even have these conversations with, even though I do care about them. So that doesn't even bother you sometimes?
Well, I'm at the, like, honestly, I've always been like a more like, or as of recently, I should say, I've been more like you said, introverted, more like I kind of, I keep to myself, especially in settings where if I'm in class, if I'm at college or whatever, you got those people where you say hi, what's up to, have them little talks to, but I never really feel like the need to, I don't know, me personally, I just don't really have the need to talk with anyone or have to socialize with anyone on the same mindset as me, because I believe what I believe and I believe it for myself. So for me to go find other people that believe what I believe, that's not something that I really look for as much. But now I know what you mean. Like, it used to, when I first got on this wave of starting to really realize the truth and understanding everything, I looked at all my friends and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing around these people? There's nothing I can really relate to them on. So I don't know why I'm even around them, and I can't really like find anyone new that really agrees with what I say, because no one's really thinking like this. This was like early 2020. So, but I came to the realization that you don't really need you don't need those types of people around you. As long as you know your truth and you believe what you believe, I think that you can always have people around you, as the friends that you just have fun with or whatever, but then always know your truth to yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's facts.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
It was cool, bro. I feel like
I appreciate you for real, bro. Like, I need these conversations sometimes, even for my own mental health, and like I feel like I'm always an individual who wants to listen to a different perception. Does you remember when we had that conversation when we were like, not you, but we just had like, we said like a bad person can still have a good perception, and I just feel like I'm just a person. I want to hear what everybody has to say, and I'm gonna take the little bits of information from what I agree with. So I really appreciate you a lot, bro. Like, a lot of niggas be feeling like I'm only on funny shit all the time, and that's not my character. For me.
No, bro, I respect your content heavily, and I love what you're doing. I feel like what you're doing is very it's like different. I'm not seeing a lot of it, and I like your hustle, and I like your grind, bro. And I like keep doing what you're doing, and at that, I appreciate it too. I feel like I don't think I've had a talk like this in a minute. I think the last time I had a talk like this, it was like 2021. It was like 2021. This guy had me on his podcast, and we chopped it up. But even then, I didn't really know as much as I knew now about everything going on. And that's like the last time I actually had like a 1 hour, I don't know how long it's been, like 1 hour, 2 hour talk on some real shit going on in the world. So I appreciate you for sure for giving me like, the platform to really talk, and everyone in this call too.
Yeah.
Like everyone's
Appreciate
insight,
you, bro.
like,
Nigga, this is nothing, bro. This is nothing, bro. This is 1 small percent of my vision, bro. Like when I'm 30, like I need a set in the stone podcast. After I accomplish all my goals, after I travel and I feel like I'm spiritually inclined enough, it's not gonna be niggas that know, I don't care about numbers. It's gonna be actual friends and experiences on a podcast. So, bro, I'm always be in tune with you.
That's amazing.
Yeah, nah, bro, 100%. Lock in, bro, and you're on it. Like I can tell, you have the mentality, you have the mindset. All it is now is the consistency and the focus, and you about to be doing it, bro. You about to have all of us on the big ass podcast one day.
Yes, sir.
And we could, you know what I'm saying? What's her name? Desi. She could personally talk to Elon Musk about his deal with Twitter and all that.
Desi.
Forget Elon Musk. I want to talk to Mark Zuckerberg. I know everybody knows how I feel
That
about
nigga is not real.
If anyone's a reptilian,
what's his problem?
But that nigga eyes,
That
bro.
nigga's an alien, bro.
That nigga eyes, bro. That nigga is ugly by default, bro.
If
anyone is reptilian, yeah.
if any of you guys in the
Big
chat
God.
are listening to me,
That nigga like that nigga from
I
Happy
feel like a
Meals.
sheep's in.
God.
I feel like people like us that like believe in these conspiracy theories and know more about what's really going on. Like you can't really talk to like a regular person. Like I feel like you gotta dumb yourself down just to like understand where they're coming from. Like I feel like they just bots. That's how you could put it, bro. They just bots.
Yeah. That's way. Yeah, that word, the word bots. Like a lot of people don't like to hear it nowadays because it's so overused. But that's the best way to put it. Like when you gotta really dumb yourself down, and that's a lot of times that's what I have to do around the people in real life. When I'm socializing with people in real life, I gotta really I gotta dumb it down, because if I was to actually say everything that I say with y'all right now, people would assume it's crazy. And like Desi said earlier, like they pick apart the little stuff and they don't really look at the bigger picture. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I gotta shout out your Instagram, of course. Let me shout out his Instagram right now. Let's get this thing rolling in. Oh, I don't want to see this creature. I'm so sorry.
That drains me.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, people are saying Mark.
That
Mark Zuckerberg, bro.
Yeah, please give him a follow. Please swing him a follow.
Yo,
Who's Mufasa? I really appreciate you, bro. You know, I'm gonna hit you up in due time again whenever I feel like I just need some advice. I need another perspective. Thank you,
anytime, bro. Anytime. We gonna chat. Yeah, and especially
yes,
about
sir.
Islam and all that stuff. We gotta talk about that too. See, you know, off
bro, I'm open, bro. I'm open to it, bro.
Course,
pause. I'm not open, but pause.
OJ, I'm hearing people say bring Desi back. I don't know. I seen it in the chat.
Desi, everybody fuck with Desi, bro. Desi's such a cool person, bro. Like for real. I appreciate you so much. Desi's always the person behind the works, the main person behind the works. KB included. I don't forget Ben. I don't forget Michael. I don't forget Air. I don't forget Sid. If I forget, did I forget somebody? Voodoo.
God.
But this is my main guys for real. So yes, I appreciate you, bro. Be safe. I'm gonna hit you in due time, and you know what's up. Thank you.
Of course, man. Appreciate all of y'all. Take it easy. Be safe.
Yes.
You as well, man.
All right. I'm gonna just say something to stream real quick, so I'm in deafen. Matter of fact, I'm in deafen. Yeah. So let me just say something real quick. So let me speak my mind. Yeah, I have to remember, Twitch is a community primarily used by a lot of little kids. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I have to understand I did not have my views on stream, and I never had my views on stream. But I'm not going to be a nigga that's funny 24/7. I have a lot of people watching me. I have a lot of college students watching me, and I have a lot of goals oriented outside of humor. So if I come on stream and I'm just like, oh, I'm just chatting 1 2 3 1 2 3, and I'm having these real conversations, people need to understand that, like, yo, like, I'm not gonna be jokey 24/7, bro. That is not my character, bro. And I'm not a dumbass nigga that just sit down and kiki 24/7. When it's time to turn up, it's time to turn up. And I appreciate y'all, bro. If it was 50, 60, 40 niggas in here, bro, it's the same OJ. Some people are so close-minded and so vague, they only want to keep you in one box, but I will never be in that box, bro. I'm spawning in a lot of niggas, and I'm gonna have these conversations. Because I'm saying podcasts, that's how you know I'm manifesting. Videos like these are gonna be the videos that allows me to hold longevity. A video of me roasting niggas not gonna remember that in a year. But for the niggas that's in college that's watching this and you feel like you share these perceptions or you agree with some of the stuff that we were talking about, you're always gonna remember this video no matter the view count. So I don't even affiliate me with that. Okay? I'm not a comedic slave, and I want people to know that I am not a comedic slave, and I am a well-rounded, intelligent individual, and I feel like I owe my community. I owe my community conversations like this. But thank you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for just watching me, fucking with me. And yeah, of course, like I'm gonna bring on my main guys. Don't feel like I'm gonna have somebody who have on numbers every day. It's not gonna be the situation. I need somebody to have on fucking numbers. Like, no, yesterday I came on stream, I wilded the fuck up, and today I came on stream and I had a serious conversation, and that's how it should fucking be. So yeah, as far as the mods wilding, like I'm dead. I'm gonna find a report. I had niggas giving me a report. So whoever was wilding, like you're getting kicked. And I'm not even telling niggas who's getting kicked. You're just getting kicked, and you're not gonna have that. I don't know why y'all niggas is being extra when y'all niggas kept my day one mans and you even say nothing. Like, I knew this nigga since kindergarten. Like, what the fuck is up with y'all niggas, bro? Like, for real, bro. I appreciate y'all so much. Just so that I genuinely care about y'all, and whatever questions you would like to send me so we could talk about it again. I'll get more like-minded individuals, and I'll have Mufasa come on again, and we'll talk about it at a different time. Maybe not this week. Maybe tomorrow I have to violate somebody. I don't know. But I appreciate y'all. I genuinely appreciate y'all. If you want to become mod, there's an application in the Discord link, so join the Discord right now. Ladies, get you an intelligent, high-value man. I didn't come with the jokes today. I came with the seriosity. Okay? So follow that Instagram at IG at Ojay Suave. I appreciate y'all. Guys, if y'all want some drip, like some pictures, follow me, text me. I'll give you where I get my drip from for cheap. I appreciate y'all so much. Sometimes I just need to clear my head, and thank y'all so much, for real. Sometimes I turn up, and sometimes I get the smarts. Yesterday I had to turn up. Look, this nigga pussy, bro. No, like, let me really flex one more time, bro. This nigga's pussy, bro. You claim to be a comedian. You have 7 million followers. I'm funnier than you. I have 600K on TikTok. You have 8 million on TikTok. And you cannot respond to my video, but you claim to be a funny ass nigga. Nigga, you're not funny. And you're illiterate. You're not funny. And you was watching the stream the whole time with your heart beating, nigga. Nigga, you're not funny. I'm funnier than you. Suck it. I don't want no nigga coming from me. I don't even know you. Not even my friend, nigga. Like, what's up with that nigga, bro? I'll be up with niggas, bro. GMTP. Follow my Instagram. Ojay Suave, be safe, everybody. Tomorrow we on regular vibes again. Bring it to the no.